As long as I know what I'm doing and I have the team there to help me out in case of anything, I have no problem. But I think because I'm a firefighter, I'm making bank. I'm getting paid. But the truth is, I'm doing all this for free. I'm just doing it because, one, I love it. And two, it's just something we need to do.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Firehouse, the show dedicated to the brave men and women who serve our community.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Firehouse on WRHU 88.7. I am your host, Chris Moses, and today, sitting with me in the Firehouse is my boy, Sam. What's going on?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Man, I cannot complain. So, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, honestly. It's been a good day so far.
All right, we about to get into some stories and get into you and just get into your whole journey into fire service. So do me a favor for the audience, tell them your full name, tell them what department you're in, tell them how long you've been in. And I don't think you've held any ranks yet, but if you're holding any ranks or a part of any committees, go ahead.
My name is Sanchez. I reside in the Uniondale Fire Department, Manor Engine Company 3, and I've been in a little over 2 years now. I just got out of probation last year.
Look at that. So this is good. See, I like shows like this because now we get the insight of a person that just came in, right?
Right.
Because we a lot of times have people that's 20, 30-year vets and all of that. But now we get to see like the cream of the crop, the new people coming in. I love that. So you said 2 years in?
A little over 2 years, yes.
Even with 2 years, you in Uniondale, so I know you got some stories, brother.
I have a few, yeah.
You got a few. Look at that. I know you and we work over in Uniondale, so I know you got some stories. All right, so let's start from the beginning, Sam. Let's start from the beginning. Like, what made you want to be a firefighter?
Well, to be honest, I started in high school, and I was a bit lost before I joined. I didn't know where I wanted to go. It was my senior year.
Okay.
I know my friend Andrews, who's also in your company.
Yep.
He was in the Junior Firefighters program around the end of the year, 2022.
Okay.
I was like, I'm interested. Are you able to help me? He told me to come in one day, and I met a couple firefighters. And from that, I started coming in. I was 17, so I started as a only prospective member.
Okay.
And once I turned 18, we did all the paperwork and everything, and now I'm here.
So what made you interested, though? Like what spark? Because people don't just say, hey, this is interesting, running into burning buildings.
Right.
Or was that it?
Well, I believe there's a number of factors. One being that my family has a history of firefighters. My father and his father were one back in their home country.
Okay, where?
In Ecuador.
So you kind of, did you ever live there? Did you know, or you just knew about
came
what they
and
did?
visit, and I've seen the pictures and stories.
Is it volunteer out there, or are they
well, they were
paid?
paid. I'm not sure if they have a volunteer program.
Okay, so they were paid out there. So
but my father was paid, yeah.
So this is kind of in your blood already. You kind of already knew about this, all right? Did he tell you about any operations out there and how things go? Because I can imagine it's probably
a lot different, especially when he was in.
Okay.
Where he was and the time he was in, they had no Scots.
Wow.
So every fire they would go to, it'd just be whatever they have
just
on.
A bunker coat and
just a coat, yeah, just that.
And just go in there. And you said your father and grandfather.
Correct.
So grandfather kind of started it off.
I believe so, yeah.
And then your father followed the footsteps.
Exactly.
That is cool. When you went to visit, did you ever get to see any of the rigs, the
trucks?
trucks?
Not yet, no.
Okay,
it's quite difficult to get
get. All right, well, maybe one day you'll do that. All right, so I got a quick question, though, because you said that Andrews, which is a part of my company, Brookside Company number 2 in Uniondale, he asked you to come in. Yeah,
no, I asked him if I could join. Yeah.
Well, you asked him about information.
Right.
But he's in Brookside and you're in Manor. What made you not go to Brookside? What
made
you go to Manor? Was it where you live thing?
I believe it's kind of where I live. And I didn't know all the companies yet and all the operations. So I just went with whatever's closer, whatever I can get into a lot easier.
Perfect. Which either way, you're in Uniondale, so you're in the in the best department ever.
Exactly.
I can say it. I don't care what y'all say to me. It is the best department ever. So, all right. So it was more of a regional thing where you live. So you're like, you went over there. Because I'm like, normally people, when they join, they go where their friends go or go wherever they. Did you know anybody in?
I have not known anyone except Andrews, who was just in the juniors. Yeah.
That's not scary walking into this place where you're going to have to go in the fires and not know anybody.
I don't think I was scared. Looking back, I can't recall being scared just meeting people. It just, hi, my name is Sam. I'd like to join. And
And that was it.
Yeah.
And of course, they embraced you and they pulled you in. All right. So grandfather kind of started it. Father took the footsteps. Now you're kind of taking that footstep. So you said you joined when you were in high school. Were
Correct.
you already in?
Senior high school.
Senior in high school, you were 18, so you were able to join.
Correct.
How do you balance that? How do you balance being in high school, running calls? Were you going during the day? Like, how did any of that happen?
So personally, there weren't many calls while I was in class.
Okay. Yeah, you pager with you?
I always had it with me. Always.
Was
Work,
it on?
school, anywhere. So really, after class, I was free, and I just came to the firehouse whenever a call came through.
Did they ever tell you, like, you got to turn your pager off in school? Did you just turn it off?
I just kept it low.
Just kept it low. Okay. But there's nothing that they put in place like, hey, you could leave school for this or nothing like that.
Nothing
right?
that they've told me.
Nothing that they told you about. But you were in, so after school, homework, all that's done, and you're running calls. I love that. All right. So, Sam, we need to get into some stories.
Of course.
You got 2 years in, so I know you got some stories because you're in Uniondale.
Not as many as other veterans,
of course.
but I have a few.
Not as many as the thousands of veterans that have 20, 30, all these years. And not to say they don't have good stories, but to hear your stories of just coming in, and hear what you've probably already learned and done is going to be amazing. So let's start. What stories do you got for me, Sam?
One of my first fires, Signal 10s.
All right. So that's something we always talk about on this show, which I think I'm going to start making that like a requirement. Everyone has to tell me about their first fire.
All right,
because
good.
Everybody remembers. You may not remember your first call, may not even remember your last call, but you remember
that
your first fire. So talk to me.
So it was a weird day for me, kind of.
Okay.
I was supposed to work that day, but I woke up a lot earlier than I was supposed to.
Okay.
And nothing felt wrong or anything. And then the call came through for a house fire, smoke in the basement. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do this real quick, and I'm going to go to work.
I'm going to go do this real quick. That's the naive, I'm just starting.
Yeah.
kind of.
So we get there, and on the way to the house, we get a confirmed house fire.
Okay.
And now everything's going, the adrenaline rush, it just goes up.
Like,
and I'm like, this is for real.
This is real.
There's not many members in my rig, so I'm like, I'm either going to be nozzle or backup.
Okay. So
and
I'm going in. I'm definitely going in.
So we got there. We stretched one of our speed lays.
Okay.
I get ready, and we went in. And it's probably...
But before you even keep going on, you pull up to the scene. What do you see?
I see smoke coming out the door. I don't see much smoke, but I could see that, okay, there's probably something in there.
Cooking in there. Okay. So you see... So what is going through your brain right then and there? When you see this, like, this is it.
To be honest... And as many probably were, I was a little scared.
You're supposed to be. We're humans.
I wasn't gonna let it control me, so I kept my temper, tried to keep calm, and I just kept doing my job, kept doing what I was trained for.
I love that you said that because that's so true. A lot of people will say, "Oh, well, you're not scared. Everybody's scared. We're humans. Who the hell wouldn't be scared? Of course, I'm.
Even
scared.
now, when I hear a Signal 10, I'm like, okay, I know this is real.
Anything can happen, but it doesn't hinder your job.
Exactly.
And that's what it didn't do. So, all right, keep going with your story.
So we get in. I'm the backup right now, and we get to the basement door. Fire's in the basement, and the heat, the wave just hits me. I'm like, I've not felt this in any training I've done yet. This is real.
Have you been to fire school yet?
I was in fire. My first time in fire school was right after that.
So you really have not felt anything.
Exactly.
So you walk through the front door, you get slapped with this heat. Keep going.
And we get to the basement, and I'm a little overwhelmed because it's the first of everything.
Yeah.
I have not trained with this amount of heat before, and it's a little overwhelming for me.
So what happens? Like, how do you keep going? When you say overwhelming, did you say that's it? I'm out of here. What happened?
So I kept going as far as I could.
Okay. I
was backing up my nozzle person, and I was just holding on to the line, making sure they have enough.
Yep.
And try to feel it a little bit. And once they stop, try to open up the line a little bit. I just kept my spot. When I felt like I couldn't do anymore, I told whoever was near, like, I need to get out of here. I'm not feeling well.
Okay.
And they were able to get me out safely.
I love to hear that. See, a lot of people, especially when it comes to firefighters, we beat on our chests and we want to tell stories of, oh, we did this. I like that you're honest. Like, you're telling a story like, yo, it was a lot.
It was
a lot on your first fire. So, and you did the right thing by telling someone. You didn't just bail. You told someone, like, listen, I got to get up out of here. So then they can take over and do whatever. So at that moment, don't worry about it. Oh, no, that's my phone.
Okay.
So you are in there, you're holding on to the line, and you're like, all right, this is as far as I can go.
Right.
You're like, that's it. So you tap somebody and say, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
You follow the line and you get back out. What's going through your brain when you're going back out?
Well, first it's the safety.
In the heart of Blue Point, New York, the Johnny Mac Foundation stands as a beacon of hope and resilience. Founded in memory of FDNY firefighter John F. McNamara, who lost his life to 9/11 related cancer, this foundation embodies his enduring motto, whatever it takes. To supporting first responders and their families, the Johnny Mac Foundation is committed to making a long-lasting impact. Join us in honoring John's legacy and making a difference. Visit at johnnymacfoundation.org to learn more and contribute.
Well, first it's the safety of the other firefighters. Who else is down there? I know by the time I said I was out, there's no visible fire. It's just dark. I can't see anything.
Okay.
And
so he already pretty much made a knockdown. It's pretty okay. But go ahead.
But it's dark. I can't see anything past like 2 inches off my face.
Okay.
So I'm following the line, and I'm following one of the chiefs at the moment, and they helped me get out the building.
Okay. All right. So I mean, I love that this story here because it's real. Not everybody's first fire was this guts and glory.
Right.
I went this. It was like, yo, this was a lot. I did what I had to do, and I was out of there.
Right.
Like, it was no more after that. I love that. So now you get back outside. I guess you start on. Did anybody say anything to you? Did anybody have like, oh, where'd you go? Any of that?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Once I got out the building, the EMS evaluated me.
Okay.
I was okay, thank God. And
so what were you feeling that I guess they had to take you over to EMS? Were you hyperventilating? Like what was going on?
I really can't recall. It was a little overwhelming. That's all I can. That's all.
It was just a lot going on, and then you went over into the bus to go basically just get checked out.
Correct.
And then you were good to go. Listen, man. All right, so that happens. Let's take this whole story, right? So that all happens. Operation's over. You're at home. What are you thinking now? Are you thinking this is what I still want to do?
Yes.
Like what's going through
definitely.
your brain?
The feeling I got getting to the call and getting at the call doing my operation, it was one of the best feelings I ever had. The adrenaline rush just taking over me.
So you're an adrenaline junkie. You saw that.
Yeah.
I was like,
I want it again.
I'll deal with the overwhelming stuff. I'll figure that out, but I need that.
Exactly.
Again. So that's good. All right. So it didn't make, and honestly, for people that are listening, some newer people, some people get that feeling and say, this is not for me. And that's okay. That is okay. If you say that, I'd rather you say that to me then instead of in a call and leave me there. Right. Say, this isn't, this is not for me. Some people have that experience and say, I'm good. So I'm glad that you're still here, and I'm glad that you're still with us. All right. So let's go. What other stories you got for me?
Other stories. High school calls.
Okay,
I was still in high school at the moment, and
before we get into the high school call, how is it being in high school and being a firefighter? Like, does everybody know? Is there any?
I only told my friends.
With it?
I only told my friends, so they're the only ones that knew, and they would know. Oh, if the siren's going off, it's probably Sam going to a call.
Oh, okay. So they know that. So you said you've been in for 2 years. So what are you, 20 now?
20, yes.
20. Okay. All right. So go ahead. High school and calls. Go ahead.
Yeah. So one of the most memorable ones were I skipped a day. My sister came over, so she's not over a lot. So I skipped a day, had breakfast with her. And Andrews was also in high school at the moment. Okay. He called me, hey, they're evacuating the schools. Get over here. There's some sort of gas leak. I immediately left everything and rushed to the firehouse. And I just remember seeing all my peers at the yard and just.
So you got to talk to me. How does that feel? You're fully in all your gear. You show up to kind of save the day and everybody sees you. Like, did people have something to say? Did everybody, oh, shoot, that's Sam.
Some of them did notice me. They waved at me. I waved back. But afterwards, I went inside the building and tried to find the source. I didn't really see him afterwards.
You see, you went to go to work.
Exactly.
It wasn't about no clout. It wasn't about that.
Exactly.
There's a job to do. There's something to do. And at the high school with all those kids and all of that, this is serious. Right. This is really nice. So I love that you felt that way because that is very, very important. All right. So what other stories you got, man?
Just the helping around the community. I remember growing up seeing the firefighters when they came to the elementary schools.
Okay.
And for Fire Safety Week when I went over for the open house.
Okay.
And now I'm able to experience the other side of that. I'm able to see how the kids react and how their smiles.
So have you been to fire prevention yet? Have you went? So you're gonna, isn't that like the most amazing thing?
It really is.
To go see the kids and all of that. What is it called? Fire something. What was it, Bob? The big blow up? Do they still have that?
Yeah, yes, they
yeah.
still have it.
So between all of that, the kids just love it. Their eyes literally light up when they see it.
And I was that kid. I was growing up looking at them. I'm like, I really like this.
Yeah.
And now I'm on the other side.
And now you're on the other side. I love that story. All right, so let's keep going here. One common myth that you want to debunk about firefighting right now.
Not all firefighters get paid.
Talk to me. Talk it through.
Whenever I tell someone I'm a firefighter, whether it's coworkers, friends, new friends, they always think because I'm a firefighter, I'm making bank. I'm getting paid. But the truth is, I'm doing all this for free. I'm just doing it because, one, I love it. And two, it's just something we need to do.
Yeah, something for the community, something to do. So what do you do for a living? Like, what do you do?
I'm just a part-time worker at the moment. I'm also in school right now.
Okay.
I'm going for a degree in auto mechanics trade, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right. So is that what you want to do with your future? You want to be an auto mechanic, or do you want to go into fire? Like,
the dream is the fire service.
Okay,
I want to work somewhere where I could do what
FDNY?
I do. FDNY is the dream.
There we go.
But if I'm able to go somewhere else, I'll gladly do so.
Okay, so FDNY, come get your guy. That's what we say on this show. FDNY, come get your guy. There we go. So that's where you want to go. You want to be able to have an actual professional career in the fire service.
Correct.
Well, you're starting off great, learning, doing all these things. Have you taken any tests yet?
I've taken the CPAT.
Okay.
Not the CPAT. The written test they had in the city a couple.
Okay, so you did
months,
that.
Yeah.
How about EMS? Have you thought about going into that and then kind of going into fire, or even EMS, because you're in Manor? So for our listeners that don't know, in Manor there's also the rescue company. Like, you ever thought about crossing over to that side? Like,
I've considered it, but I first want to get my EMT certification. I took a EMT class in high school. I did not pass it, so I do want to take it again when the time comes.
Was it hard?
It was really hard.
It's no joke.
It's not a joke. But once I get the opportunity to take it again, I'll gladly do so, and hopefully I can pass this time. Okay,
man, Sam, you are one honest guy. I love that about you, man. Like, a lot of people come on this show and they always want to make themselves look amazing, and I did this, but you're like, no, dude, like, it was hard and I didn't pass it the first time, but you're ready to do it again.
Yes,
you're ready to do it. When are you going to take it again?
Hopefully, I just want to finish school first, and then I'm willingly going to take the class.
That's probably what it was. You're doing a lot of stuff and doing all of that. So listen, man, you're going to pass it the next time. We know it. Here at the Firehouse, we know that you're going to pass it the next time. All right, so let me ask you a question. 2 years in, right? So I know when you come in, there is and this is just like any other department, but for Uniondale, there's Brookside, and then there's Manor, and then there's Rescue, and then there's Truck, and there's always this little tiff. How do you deal with that as just coming in? I know certain people are like, hey, don't go over there, don't talk to this guy, don't talk to this, don't do this. How do you deal with that? Like, just coming in, because I know it's something that is also overwhelming, right? Everyone's like, this company, this, because you got these guys that are 20 years, 30 years that get your chip on the shoulder. You're going to hear it when you're sitting at the bar. So how do you deal with that?
Well, when I was coming in and Andrews was helping me, I told him what type of job I wanted to do. I wanted to be in a team that had the hose and attacking the fire.
Okay.
So it was either, I didn't know at the time, but it was either Brookside or Manor.
Okay.
And because Manor was closer, and that's where I first went to meet the firefighters, that's where I decided to stay.
So that's where you decided to stay. But I mean like, just, all the back and forth, the high stress environment of this person and all the personalities. How do you deal with that?
At the scene?
No, at the scene, or just anytime, just dealing with that, all the different personalities. How do you deal with that?
I guess I sort of just deal with it. I don't really think about it and just go along with it.
And just go along with it and just kind of just I would say one of the ways that I deal with it is I always make sure that I take everyone for face value. If you tell me who you are, then that's who you are.
Right.
I don't kind of listen to all this stuff. So all of our people that's just coming in, don't do that. Don't listen to all the other stuff. Just come in and do what you got to do, right? And give everybody a chance.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Company this, company that, doesn't matter. All right. So
we're all there to do the same job. And we all want to get home safely. So.
Can you say that again? Say it right to there.
We all want to do the same job, and we all want to get home to our families.
That's it. That's all it is. It doesn't matter what company, what this. We have our operations, and that's it. All right. So, you know what we can do? We can play the flashover. Have you heard of the flashover? Sir?
I have.
All right. So the flashover is where I will ask you questions. I'll ask you something like Android and Apple, and you got to tell me the answer really quick. All right.
Good.
All right. Are you ready for the flashover?
I'm ready.
Samuel Sanchez. He's got to take a drink. Get himself ready. Get himself ready. All right. Here we go. Drive the rig at a parade or drive the chief truck at a parade?
Rig.
Rig? You driving a rig?
I was
mostly about to ask you about that.
Because right now I'm starting to learn our brush truck, our 755.
Okay. So you're just learning. So you're not a chauffeur yet.
No, I'm in training for that.
So you're in training to be a chauffeur. But if you had the choice, if you were a chauffeur, you're driving a rig.
Correct.
Okay. I love it. All right. You're at this same parade, right?
Okay.
And the chief comes to you and says, listen, this over here, they're doing a calendar photo shoot, or you get to walk with us. Class A, 100 degrees. Which one you doing? It's hot.
It's hot. I'm already wearing my Class A.
You're already wearing the Class A, and they're like, hey, you don't have to walk with us in this 100 degree weather. Go over there and go do that calendar photo shoot. Which one you picking?
I'll walk.
You're going to walk.
Yeah.
You're not doing a calendar photo shoot. No, thank you. All right. Here we go. Let's get to some good stuff. Basement fire, warehouse fire.
That's tricky. I'm going to go with basement.
Basement fire.
Because that was my first fire, basement fire. So
that was your first fire. So you're comfortable there. All right. Brush fire or a rocking dumpster fire?
Ooh. Dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire?
Yeah.
You're going dumpster fire.
Yeah.
All right. Why? Why you go dumpster fire versus brush fire?
I don't know. I kind of like dumpster. It's a little more contained, a little more safe than just brush going anywhere it wants to.
Just going anywhere. It's crazy out there. All right. Confirmed car fire. Confirmed. Signal 70. Automatic alarm or an automatic alarm with a light smoke condition.
Automatic.
You going why? Explain why. You got to confirm car fire.
Automatic with smoke, something could be cooking in there. It's something that's happened to me. I had automatic smoke in the building. Turns out to be a 10.
Look at that. Was that your first fire? Was that what that was? Or
No.
That's another story.
Yeah, different story.
Where it automatic alarm, light smoke condition, and boom, signal 10.
Right.
A lot of people, when I say that, they usually pick car fire because they see the fire.
Right, and that gets them excited.
But a light smoke condition could really be something.
Exactly.
I've had people say, I'm going to go to the car fire and then take up and go over to that
right.
one. But by that time, it might be gone. It
exactly.
might be done. All right, so you're at an installation dinner, okay? Do you, if you have a choice, sit with the commissioners or sit with the probies?
Probies.
It's probies. You sit with the probies. You're 2 years in, so you're now Black Shield, right?
Correct.
You're completely out. You said you got out of being
last
probie
year.
Last year. Okay. All right. So, question before I ask this one. Do you want to take the next step, like leadership-wise, going into being lieutenant, being into captain, chief? Do you want to do that?
I do, but when the time is right.
When the time is right. So you want to move up in
Correct.
the ranks, all right? Okay, so with that saying, put on that hat. You're the captain of Manor,
okay.
all right? We have a department critique at 10 a.m. Everybody is at the house, and it's 8 a.m. It means you got 2 hours. Do you have the guys and the girls clean, or do you do another training?
I'll do half and half. We'll
Half and
try
half.
to get as much clean as we can, then we
Okay.
train.
Look at that. You know what? No one's ever said that. You've watched the show. Everyone usually picks one.
Right.
You're going to do half and half. Let's clean up real quick, and then let's hit a training before we get that
Or
department
vice
critique.
versa, whichever
Whichever it is.
Yeah.
Let's do a little training and then clean up and make sure we do. Listen, clean house is
There's
important.
never enough training.
Never enough training. All right, so let's get into some TV shows and movies. Now,
All right.
I think you had said you don't watch many of these shows.
No, not
right?
many, no.
Is it a reason why you don't watch
I
them?
just
or-
haven't really gotten around to it. And there's so much to watch that,
Okay.
there's other things get in the way.
Okay, so I'll ask. If you haven't seen it, then just say I haven't seen it.
Okay.
All right? Chicago Fire Rescue Me.
Chicago.
Chicago
I've
Fire.
seen a little bit, yeah.
All right. Chicago Fire Third Watch. Have you ever seen that?
I have not, so it's still Chicago.
Okay, so still Chicago Fire. All right, so let's move on to movies really quick. Backdraft, Ladder 49.
Backdraft.
Why Backdraft over Ladder 49?
It's the only movie I've seen. I'll be honest. I need to watch more movies. I know.
All right. Well, you need to go see Ladder 49. You need to go see that. So that's your homework when you leave here is to go see Ladder 49. It's a great show. All right. So before we get out of here, I knew you knew this question was coming, and I kind of already know what the answer is, right? I kind of know the answer, but I mean, 2 years in, you've seen different things, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But most important question I am going to ask you today, Sam, engine or truck?
I'm thinking about engine. It's easy. It's easy.
Engine, no matter what. So let me ask you a question. 2 years in, you've seen operations of engine. You kind of know what you're kind of doing. Have you seen the operations of truck? Have you seen that? Does that pique your interest in any way? Seeing what they do versus what you do as an engine company?
Personally, I like staying engine. I like keeping myself where the hose is.
Okay.
And, well, if I need to do some truck work, I have no problem doing it. As long as I know what I'm doing and I have the team there to help me out in case of anything, I have no problem. But I'm going to stay engine.
Yeah, but you're going to stay engine. But I think also fire school is coming up soon, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up soon. I mean, we got some months. But I would say talk to the chiefs, talk to the truck company, and, of course, talk to your officers. And maybe during fire school, go with the truck company just so you can see their operations. I like to tell, like, the newer guys and girls to try that just so you can see. Not that you're switching companies or you're doing that. Just so if you do have to ever go with their operations or even go train with them sometimes. I mean, that's more for all departments that we need to do. Start training with them.
I believe we are going to have cross-training soon.
That's good. So then you can learn.
Us with company 4 and maybe with your company as well. Some cross training.
So you can learn each other's rig, learn that, do that.
Exactly.
But in fire school, that's how I learned a lot of truck operations during fire school. After being in the engine for however many years, I was like, you know what? Let me start. So every fire school, I started going with the truck company just so I can learn it and kind of get a real feel of what they do and let them show me. So it's definitely interesting. But I'm engine all day. So yeah, I'm engine all day. I'm all day engine. All right. So let's keep going here. Let me ask you another question. Being a volunteer firefighter, right? How has it changed your life?
You can fancy yourself an expert, or you can fancy yourself a king. We'll just go fancy ourselves another glass of proper, rich and smooth, proper number 12 Irish whiskey.
To be honest, it's a weird question for me because I don't know where I would be without it.
Wow.
I just love it so much, and I know I'm the person who I am today because of it.
Okay. But why do you say that? Why do you say that? Why do you feel you're the person today?
Because when I was just joining, I was just lost. I was senior year in high school again, and I didn't know where I wanted to go after high school. I had no clear path. I was just, whatever comes, I'll just deal with it. And
now it kind of gave you that clear path. You see what you want.
Exactly.
See what you want to do. I love that. All right. So a couple more questions before we get out of here. All right. You've been in for 2 years now. So what is your favorite piece of equipment and why?
Favorite piece? There's quite a few. Axon Halligan.
Okay.
I feel like
married pair. Okay.
That's something that goes just with firefighters. And when you see that, that's
the
work.
Cliche.
Exactly.
That's the cliche piece. I love that. All right. So another quick question. We have people that listen to this show that just got in way less time than you, 6 months. We have some people that listen to this show and they are thinking about joining. What type of advice would you want to give them? For
the ones who are thinking about joining, I say jump in.
Okay.
Just do the paperwork, do everything, and stay for a couple months. And if it's not for you, just tell your officers, hey, thank you for your time, but this is done for me. And for those who have just joined and are thinking about staying, just do what you're told. You're a probationary member at the moment, and they just want to make sure you get back safely.
Okay.
So,
okay. When you were on probation, how many people were in with you on probation? Were you by yourself, or it was a couple people?
It was about 4 or 5 members in probation
that's
as
good.
well. So
sometimes it'd be like you're just you by yourself. So
at first it was just me and like 2 others, but then we got more members.
And then you got more members that came in. All right, listen, I love that, man. I love that. So, am I forgetting anything, Sam? I feel like I'm forgetting stuff.
I feel so too, but I can't think of it. No.
So you're in Manor, and that's it. You're not going it. You sure you don't want to come to Brookside?
I'm sure.
You
don't
sure?
worry, I'm sure.
You don't have to ask. Sure you want to come over to
I'm
Brookside?
sure,
Come over this side on the south side. But no, just joking. I mean, listen, engine, no matter what, right?
Right.
You do need to do that cross training though, so you could learn our rig, and then we, hopefully our guys are learning those rigs. Quick question: when it comes to like the senior members in your company, right? What do you feel you learn from them? Like those senior guys, yeah. What do you feel like is the best kind of things that you learn from them?
I'm not really sure. I hear their stories and they help me train with whatever we're doing for the day, but mostly listening to how they tell the stories, really. Like, I know there was the brush fire in Long Island, somewhere in Suffolk, a couple months ago. And then there was the same thing like 20, 30 years ago. Some of my members responded to that. They told me, hey, this is, how do I say? This is a lot different than a house. And how they went there and they took shifts. And they just want to make sure they came back. Yeah,
so it's just their stories is kind of what you learn. So that's it. And those stories sometimes will help you with everything that you do.
Exactly.
You'll be going in a fire and you'll remember that story, and that will definitely help.
Exactly.
I got another question. I always say we're going to get out of here. And then
no, you're good. You're good.
I end up like
I got no plans
more
right
questions. Now. All right. So, Manor, right?
Right.
Manor is in Van Ness, and Van Ness has 2 different companies.
Correct.
How does that work, right? I know how it works already, but I want our listeners to know, how does that work when you have 2 different companies in one building? Like, when you come down and respond, are they in the way? Like, how does that work?
We're not really in the way of each other. We all have our own lounge area, and we have our own separation.
Do you go down there and hang out with them a lot? Like, how does that work? Because I'm from Brookside, right? That's it. There's no one else in Brookside. So how does that happen? Do you end up hanging out with them a lot?
Sometimes they come up. I know a few times we gone down to their lounge. That's really it. At the fire ground, we don't really cross paths unless we take their other rig.
Okay. So you end up doing that. So do you, as a chauffeur, if I'm correct, you would, drive the bus if they need, right? Because you're there in the house.
If I'm certified to.
Yeah. When you do that, then you'll do that. So y'all kind of work in tandem, work together when needed. Right. So I guess that's the good thing about having someone else in the house. There's another company, they can help them out. Right. You help them out. Y'all have more people get on the rig.
I've rolled on the rescue truck a couple times.
Okay.
So.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now you can kind of roll on their rig at certain times. All right, I love that. All right, listen, am I forgetting anything, man? Am I forgetting anything?
Not sure. I don't think so.
I don't think we're forgetting anything, man. Listen, Sam. My God, thank you so much for coming down to the Firehouse and just telling everybody your story, man. 2 years in?
2 years, yeah.
2 years in, and we're going to do another interview when you're 20 years in.
Exactly.
Right? You're not leaving. You're here. This is where you're going to be, right?
This is where I stay.
All right. I love it. All right, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was a great show. We just heard from my boy, Samuel Sanchez from the Uniondale Fire Department, Manor Company
3.
Is it Engine 3? How do you say it? Is it Manor Company Engine 3?
Or Engine Manor Company 3. I go with both sometimes.
You go with both sometimes. That's my boy Sam from Uniondale Fire Department about his life as a firefighter. I hope you all enjoyed that conversation. Please like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. I am your host, Chris Moses, and please tune in next week to another great conversation here at the Firehouse.